Welcome to The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
What up?
Oh, sorry.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Hey, can I just say, if you're listening to this and you still have leftovers from Thanksgiving in your fridge, throw them away.
You're done.
They're not good anymore. Get rid of them.
It's been a week and a day.
Yeah.
You're done. No more soup. No more sandwiches. No more turkey chili.
Just throw it away.
Reach way far back in the fridge. That Tupperware. Just throw the Tupperware out. You know what? Start fresh. Christmas is coming. Put Tupperware on your Christmas list, right?
Put it on your Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
Lots of Tupperware.
I think it's actually Hanukkah week, too. So put that on your
there
Hanukkah
you
list,
go.
too, if
There
you
you
want
go.
some Tupperware. Just throw it all out. Oh, man. So before we start, we
Yes.
just want to warn everyone we have a trigger warning here.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, and if they saw it on our Facebook page,
Yeah.
then they know. So those that
Yeah.
are listening but don't follow us on Facebook, we have a trigger warning here. I just want to talk about a story real quick. And then we reached out to our followers, too, to see what they would do.
Yes, we did.
So my family loves Black Friday shopping.
Shame on you.
Well, I know. We love it. We don't ever go super early. Like we're not there with a tent waiting in line for 24 hours, getting the
I feel like it's calmed
whatevers.
down for the last couple
Yeah,
of years.
yeah.
you
This
know?
Friday was very calm. We don't do
Yeah.
that. We get up, we have our coffee,
Yeah.
and then we just kind of go like do a loop at Menards, and we'll go to Meijer, and we go to like just
I do
fun
love
stuff.
Menards.
I love the $1 Kleenexes. Like I'm very simple, very simple. We'll get some baking stuff.
You're like, what'd you say you wanted to go to Ulta to get your $10 mascara?
Yes,
That's all you
right,
wanted.
exactly. We just love that kind of stuff, and we go, and everyone puts up with whoever.
Yeah.
Like Julia's Timmy wanted to go to Dick's to find some sales.
Yeah.
Weird thing is, they didn't have any sales.
Of course not.
We were walking around, and I finally asked an associate. I'm like, "Do you have any Black Friday sales?" She goes, "No, we don't. Usually the whole store is 20% off."
Really?
Yeah. So she said we couldn't do it this year. I said, "No problem." So I
Couldn't
think
or didn't want to cut into their $1 billion CEO pay.
maybe that, but I wasn't speaking to a CEO, just a hourly associate.
bitch.
So they were getting beat up because everyone was probably asking them, "Where's
Yeah,
your Black?"
right.
And everyone was walking in and walking out. Did you see a lot of people
Yeah.
at the register? Julia's hanging with us.
Yeah.
No, I didn't either. So it's kind of sad. But we were very mellow,
Yeah.
We just like to enjoy. It's just something that we do all together. We've been doing it for years. The kids and I used to get up in our PJs,
Right.
and Steve puts up
Hang
with
out
it.
for the
Yeah, we
day.
just hang
Yeah.
out and just get out there. It's nothing like anything. You hear all the stories, right, of like people
Right.
knocking down. We don't do that kind of stuff. We just go out to be out.
Unlike me, who refuses to even step foot into the store like the day before Thanksgiving
Yeah.
until Monday when I have to go back to work.
Yeah. And we enjoy it. Now we don't go to stores not over the weekend. We just do
No,
I would
yeah.
say we do like 5 hours of Black Friday.
Yeah.
We go into the afternoon, we may go have some breakfast, and then,
Yeah.
maybe by 1 we're done, and then we come home and we decorate.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But speaking of Ulta, so we were at our third store, which was
I
Ulta.
didn't know
I had
that
to get
this
my
happened at
$10.
Ulta. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I had to get
okay.
my $10 mascara, and Julia had some palettes she wanted to get and whatever. So we're walking around, and when you first walk into our store by us,
Yeah.
they usually have like 4 tables that face the entryway, and that's their Black Friday or
Okay.
their sales for the
Okay.
week. So you can walk right up, grab what you want, head to the left to the cashier. Those that have shopped there know exactly what I'm talking
Right.
about. If you go behind them, it's just the back of the displays.
Right, it's
Okay,
the
so I
same
just want
stuff.
everybody to picture
Yeah.
this. It's first of all, it's the same stuff, and it's all facing the front. So
Okay.
you shop from the front when you
Right.
first walk in.
Right.
Then they have perfume on the right, and then everything in the back. The salons in the back
Right.
and all that. Okay. So Julie and I we were kind of like moving around. We knew what we wanted. As soon as we walked in, we saw the mascara. She went one way, I went the other way, and the guys were just waiting for us.
Yeah.
So what they did was they stepped behind one of the displays to stand there because it was busy, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like Black
Crazy.
Friday
Yeah.
busy. Everything was still in stock. It wasn't like everyone knocked down the doors. We were there at like 11. I think it was before lunch.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we were there at 5 a.m. when they
4 a.m.,
opened. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So the guys are standing there. I walk up to like check in on them, let them know I'm almost done. Where's Julia? That kind of thing. And there's this young, I'm going to call her girl, and she's half my size. And she's standing like directly behind Steve, trying to get through him to get to the back of this display where they're standing. And so I said, "Oh, guys, move over just a little bit." She's trying to. So I see her like look, and she's crouching down, and she's like really like hyper, like awkward
meth
hyper.
hyper?
Maybe. I don't want to say.
That's messed
Probably
up.
not. Maybe more like caffeine. I'll be polite,
nice.
even though this is a terrible story. And then I see her kind of like, I guess the best word is like buzzing around.
Yeah.
Like quick, like kind of getting in people's way. And then she comes back around and she's like on top of them again. Like it was Steve and Julia's boyfriend there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this girl doing?
Yeah.
They're out of the way. And I was standing there letting them know, hey, I have one more thing. Where's Julia? Oh, she's by the perfume. Okay, I'll go over there. The girl goes to walk away, and I hear her say to whoever she was shopping with, I can't get to any of these displays because these artards are standing in the way.
God.
My blood started boiling, and she
What
said
the
it loud because
hell?
I was with them. She said it for my reaction.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So I am exactly like my dad. I am cool as a cucumber until you fuck with me. Okay? Or my men, or my family, or my friends. I just am, right?
Yeah.
So the shakiness starts coming in, and I'm like, I told Julia, I said, I didn't know what I was going to say to her, but I was walking up to her, and my hands were like ready to punch her in the face.
Yeah.
Isn't that? I'm not violent.
Well, you get fight or flight, obviously.
yeah,
You fight.
I guess. I have never felt that way before. I don't know if it's because she used the R word or because she was talking about my men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and maybe a combination of both.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was like in such shock. I could not believe it. I'm like, I had not heard that word since I was in high school.
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
Like,
How old do you think she was? You say
I'm
going to
say she was maybe a little bit older than Julia. So like mid-20s?
mid-20s.
Old enough to know.
I'd fucking knock her ass down.
I know. I was thinking about
I say
it.
that, but I'm really
and I don't
not.
condone violence. And that's why when we asked online, I was
Yeah.
like, what would you really do?
Yeah.
You know, like Julie and I were
Yeah.
talking about that. I'm like, what would you really do? Because she even said, I'd probably knock her out. Not really.
Not really.
We wouldn't.
We like to say that.
No,
but we
no,
are
no,
not
no.
violent people.
But I did say something to her.
So what did you say
So
to her?
I was probably double the size of her. I'm 5'7.5". She was 4'3". I don't know. And I walked up where she had to like go through me to
Yeah.
walk to where she was. I said, I'm sorry. What did you say? Because I'm pretty sure you just said that about my men
Yeah.
who are spending money here and shopping. And she looked right in my eyes and she goes, good for you. And
Oh
went
my
like
God.
around my left side and then went to like whoever she was shopping with again. And that person looked up and looked at me because I think I said something else. I think I followed her and said something about you better shut your mouth.
You can't even remember.
But I
'cause you
can't
were seeing
remember
red.
because I was seeing red. But I followed her to whoever she was talking with. And I
Yeah.
think I said something like,
Yeah.
you better shut your mouth.
Yeah.
And I kind of like stood there and the woman looked over, like whoever she was with, and then looked
Oh,
back like,
shit.
oh God. And you know what? I was telling my family this. I was looking at her and she looked like, you know, she had the mask on, but it was kind of low. Her nose was all purple on one side, almost like she's gotten into a fight before.
Jeez.
And I was like, so this is who this person is. And we just
Right,
happened to run
right.
into her, you
Yeah.
know? So I don't know. So we asked our community, like
Our
what they would
audience.
do. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I have a few things of what they would do. I do like actually all of them. So that's what I did. What would you do?
I would probably be in shock, first of all.
Yeah.
I'm that type of person where it takes me the drive home and then I'm like, oh, this is what I should have said. You
Okay,
know?
yes.
I hate that about myself.
No, that's not
I'm always
bad.
caught off guard and I don't know what because like I said, yeah, I want to say I'd kick her ass, but obviously I'm not a violent person.
Right, me neither.
If I was about 20 years younger, I probably would have kicked her ass.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
I probably would have just been like, well, fuck you too, bitch.
Yeah. I probably, you know what's funny is I started walking towards her knowing I wasn't planning this. Because I just don't get mad. I don't get mad, like
Yeah.
ever. I used to get years ago. Oh my God, I was mad at everything. I was always mad at people.
Yeah.
People drove me crazy. I'm so calm now
Yeah.
that when like that happens, I'm just like, I'm walking towards her, but I don't have a
Too old
plan.
for that bullshit.
I
you
am. I
know?
think that's what it
Yeah,
is. I'm very
yeah.
settled now.
That's what I feel
Nobody
like.
bothers me. You're half my age and my size. I could have taken her outside in a second.
A lot of times I think to myself too, like karma's gonna take care of that one.
Okay,
You know?
so let's finish the story here. Julia's shaking her head, which is so awesome. So once again, I was seeing red, but once I got into the car and we were talking about it, I remember seeing a coworker, a very nice young gentleman that was probably, I think he identifies as a gentleman, sorry. He was at the salon. but he had walked up, and while I was speaking to her, the first communication that I was speaking to her, he had leaned over, and I remember him looking at me and hearing what was happening because I got loud.
Yeah.
And then when we were standing in line, we walked up to the counter to like check out our items. And he was back there and handed the girl a whole bunch of stuff and said, here, give this to them. And it was like a candle from Biolage, and like we got a whole bunch of free stuff. And I didn't know what was happening because I was still like trying to find her because I was going to go trip her. I was going to elbow her. Oh my God, I was so violent. I can't believe it. Please don't do this. But I'm not like that.
God,
everyone that knows me knows
funny.
I'm not like that.
That's so funny.
But I truly was like wanted to walk past her and like kind of show her I was still knowing who she was, But yeah, so he handed us a whole bunch of stuff, and Julia was noticing that. So we get to the car, and she's got like this huge
You're
bag.
like, what did you buy?
I know. I was like, wow. I was like telling Steve, I'm like, thanks for treating. And what did we get? And it's like the bag's plastic, but it's like, like stretching.
Ripping.
So it was like instant karma for the good people. So super good. Glad I didn't punch her out.
Yes.
I texted you. I told Steve, both of you said you had bail money for me,
Right?
but luckily that didn't happen.
I was like, I got bail money for you. I can get you out, but then you'll have to go back and get the rest of the family. I don't have enough for everybody.
Right.
Because I know once you start throwing punches, the whole family's jumping in.
And we have these sweet faces. You know what I'm saying? Guarantee it. Steve would have opened the door and let the kids at her too,
That's so funny.
But yeah, so that was our experience. And it did not ruin my Friday. I got in the car. We talked about it one more time. I took a deep breath and that was it. I was just like,
with your day.
Move on.
Yep.
And then I wanted to talk about it today because we can't be the only family that's happened to.
Oh gosh, no.
And like I said, I can't figure out if I was mad because she was talking about my men or because she used the R-tard word.
Dude, both.
Yeah, I was
sure.
like, I was in shock. I could not believe that she said that.
Anybody alive for the last 30 years knows that that's not a normal term to use anymore.
No.
It's degrading, and it's not something that you joke around about anymore.
No, you don't.
Maybe back in the 80s people did, but we don't do that anymore.
I probably would have laughed if she was like all these assholes standing around. I'm like, yeah, they can be sometimes.
Right.
It'd be like that.
Right.
I think that would have even been like, I probably still would have been mad, but it really bothered me.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we asked everybody. We got like quite a few responses. I just asked this morning. So, and I'm some names I'll mention, some I won't.
Okay.
Katie was on the show, so I can mention
yeah.
Katie. She said childish behavior. Sadly, having worked in retail during Black Friday, she's not surprised. People are ignorant, and those who act this way are just seeking attention.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm going to mention her nose again. I'm pretty
Right.
sure she got into a fist fight Wednesday
Right.
night, Blackout Wednesday, right? She definitely would have spoken up, especially with the R word, she said. It's just unacceptable that we still misuse it.
Right.
And a lot, unfortunately, many of us know and are related to people with disabilities is what she
Exactly.
mentioned. So it's
Yes.
hurtful. So Jenna, I read this earlier and I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted to say, but I didn't. So she has it in quotes that she would say, hi, a simple excuse me would have worked a lot better than throwing a tantrum. Also, I know that it's really hard to stay current at your advanced age, but we definitely don't use that word anymore. Be more constructive.
Yes.
I'm like, how come I couldn't think of that? Thank you.
Because we are in the moment.
We are
and
in
you
the
blank
moment.
out. You just want to punch them in the face.
And then another friend added on, and have a blessed holiday season after that. So that's funny. And then, of course, Bree.
Yes. Our
She
number one
says,
fan. I don't care if you think you're our number one fan. Bree is our number one fan.
She's like, yes, I'm getting a text right now. She's like, thanks.
Yes.
So she said she honestly would have called her out. She's not confrontational, but no one uses that word anymore. So I
Right.
think that might be what it is. It's the word.
It's the word.
Like whatever. I mean, I can call my men whatever, like, come on, don't be asses, whatever, but
Right.
no one else can call. But I think it's that
Right.
word.
Yes.
So, and then she also said, don't throw a tantrum like a 5-year-old. Another friend said that she wouldn't have said anything because she's non-confrontational, but when she was gone, her and her family would
course.
probably be saying
Oh,
a
yeah.
few words to each other.
We're totally
which is
talking
good.
shit about you after you walk
Yeah,
away.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then one said that just ignore these people. They just want attention and to
Yeah.
get in an argument and to feel like they won.
Right.
So with her saying, good for you after
Yeah.
I said something
Yeah.
that was her
Yeah.
still winning, and then I just walked away mad.
Right.
So, which is true. I totally agree
Gotta
with
get
that
the
as
last
well.
word in.
Yeah. And then another listener says that he has a nephew with Fragile X and probably would have put her in her place.
Oh,
because
yeah.
You just
Especially
don't.
if you have a relative that, maybe having extra chromosomes
Yep.
or missing chromosomes. I don't know how that works, but
Yep.
then you're definitely going to speak up a little bit more and say something,
Yep.
Because it's just, God, it's so, I want to call it like Neanderthalic, to like talk like that to people.
Yes, it is. It's just very
we're
strange.
supposed to be better than that. We're supposed to, especially right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just spent a day being thankful for everything you have.
Right.
And then to go out the next day and treat people like shit.
Yeah.
Grow up.
I know. So weird. Very,
I
very
just want to
weird.
normalize like these people getting punched in the face more often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I want to be the one to do it or anybody I know to do it.
Yeah.
And have to
And
bail them out,
honestly, what if it wasn't me? What if it was someone else that has
Right.
no problem
Right.
and may already has a record, like nothing bad,
Yeah,
but just saying
yeah.
like maybe they don't put up with that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Maybe there's another woman out there and her man's shopping, and if someone
Yeah.
said that and she has no problem punching someone in the face, she would have been put down. That's not good.
I was just telling Grandma the other day, when I worked retail for 10 years straight, and really I've been in customer service for about 25 years now, I would always kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
And as I'm getting older, I'm losing my patience for people.
Yeah.
Like, why do I always have to be the kind one,
Yep.
So sometimes I do feel like maybe I do need to talk some shit back.
Yeah. And I think I've mentioned this before. I also used to be like that. Like
Yeah.
at our place of work, many years of just getting beat up.
Yeah.
I was
don't
just telling my hairstylist last week that I worked for years at the customer service desk, and I would go home and I'd be like upset, mad, sad. Like I'd have all
Yeah.
these like negative,
Right.
emotions. And it was because every time someone walked up to the service desk, it was because something was wrong.
Yes.
They weren't coming up to tell me how great I
Right.
was, or the team
Right.
was, or the
Right.
store was, or they were telling me that a toilet was clogged, that something had to be returned, that something was broken,
Yes.
that, like an associate wasn't great, or
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So it weighs on you, right?
does.
And
It
I used
does.
to kill them with kindness. And I realized towards the end, when I knew I was probably done there and needed to move on, that I was saying things back. I'm like, okay, this is where
Yeah.
you're done.
Well, and you would, excuse me, you would always have those customers that like you were never going to please them and you knew it.
Yeah.
So you'd
yeah.
be more snarky to those ones.
Right.
Rather than you would see somebody come up legitimately upset and you're like, I'm going to do whatever I can to make
Yes,
this day's,
right,
this person's
right.
day better.
Now, would it be
Yeah.
someone you had never seen before, so you trusted that they were truly upset, or someone that
it
you've
could go
seen?
either way. It could go either way.
So, do you remember that one shopper? She shopped 4 people, and she also had a big family. I think maybe like 6 kids or something. She had dark hair. The nicest woman. We would see her in there every day. She would probably spend $300 or $400 a
Yes,
day. You know who I'm
yes,
talking about, right?
yes,
If
yes.
she came up to the service desk, sometimes she'd be upset, but I would take it in and be like, I'm going to help you.
Yes.
Because I, number one, knew how much money she was spending
Right.
at the store.
I would never question
And she was
her.
always nice, even if she was stressed coming up
Yes,
to me.
I would never question her.
Never.
If she said, we had the digital coupon kind
Yes.
of thing going on. If she came up and said, I had a coupon for this, it didn't come off, no problem, here you go, have a great day.
Yes.
I'm not going to take up any more of your time.
And she was a couponer. That's
Yes,
right. That's right. I
yes,
remember that.
yes.
She had a lot of them. And if it didn't, yeah,
Right.
exactly.
No problem. I'll take care of you. I know
Yes.
you know what you're doing. You're not trying to rip us off. It's
Yep.
not like you're trying to use coupons for shit you didn't buy,
Yep.
So bye. Here you go.
Then I remember there was another customer that always came up to the service desk. She would only find, well, this is what I'm saying. She would only find the stuff
Expired
on sale.
stuff.
Oh, that, yes.
one,
There was another
yes,
one.
yes.
That she would only find the stuff that was out of stock that was on sale and would want rain checks
Yes.
or complain about it. And I lost my cool with her once
Yeah.
because she came up yelling, "You never have anything in stock." I think I would see her twice a week. She would spend maybe $20. Most of
Yeah.
her time was spent at the service desk getting rain checks
Complaining.
or complaining that
Yeah.
something was out.
Yeah.
And she would shop. So
She'd
our
come
ad
on the
break was
last day.
Wednesday.
Yeah, she'd come
You
on
knew
the
where I was
last day.
going.
Yes.
Our ad break was Wednesdays. I think they're Sundays now at where we used to work.
Yeah.
And she would come on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
It-
What do you mean you're all out? Well, it was on sale all
Yep.
week, 10 for 10. Everybody
And
bought 11 of them.
My last year that I was there, I screwed up and I told her to relax. And she goes, "Don't you
Oh,
dare
God.
tell me to relax." But I was trying to ask her questions and she wouldn't let me finish my sentence.
Yes.
She wouldn't let me pick up the phone to ask if it was in the back because she didn't want it. She
wanted
wanted
a
the
rain
rain check
check.
because she knew a coupon was coming out the
Yes.
following week and she could save
Yes.
more money. I
Yes.
knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
and then the one that you
Dumb
said,
bee.
yeah,
Always found expired stuff.
always found
Always.
expired stuff.
Although half the time I would be like, okay, you were here last week. You gave this to me. I took it back, put it on the expired shelf, and the MFers put it back on the shelf. It would be the same date, same product. Like, really?
I know. You would almost have to
Honestly.
like mark it with a
Yes.
marker. Like
Yes.
EXP.
Do something.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, if it was on the expired shelf, there was a reason.
Yeah.
We didn't just throw crap up there.
Yeah. You know what I do now when I go to a store? I turn something sideways.
Do
like
you?
one time I found some broth.
Yeah.
And you know that the warehouse sent it to that store because I buy the same broth all the time and I've never had any problems. And all of a sudden they had expired broth from like 3 months ago. The warehouse didn't rotate.
Yeah.
And so, overnight workers, sometimes you're just not looking. It's fresh. You're just trying to get all that done, and
especially
you just
this time of season, the shit was empty.
Yeah, absolutely. You think that it's fresh. You're not worried about the warehouse because the warehouse is supposed to be doing their job, right? So what I do is I turn them sideways down, and so that you can see the date, so that if someone's walking past, they'll be like, "Why are these sticking out?" And then they can see the date. Instead of bringing it up to the service. Most of the time I bring it up to the service. But if it's a whole bunch of stuff, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to throw that all in my cart.
Fill up
but
my cart
at least it helps a little bit. I don't know.
Just wheel the whole cart up like this is expired.
Yeah, I've done that before. Oh man. I have done that before. I find myself like I go shopping, I see something on the ground, I'm picking it up.
Yeah. I do it all
or I'm
the time
kicking it
too.
off to the side.
I
was in dairy and there was something, I don't know, like I don't know if it was like a little kid's toy that was falling apart as they were shopping.
Oh, Jesus.
But I thought at first it was gum. It was these like pink little squares and there was a circle. I'm like, what is it? And I tried to like kick it off to the side, like underneath, like, because I didn't want to pick it up. Nowadays, I don't pick up anything. And it would like stick to the floor. I'm like, what the heck is this? So I like kicked it. Then it got on my shoe. I'm like, oh, what? But as I'm doing the same like flow as the customer in front of me with the kid, and I'm finding all these. I'm like, what the heck is it? I think it was part of a toy that they were pulling apart,
What the hell?
But they were kind of like, what do you call that? What's the like the putty or like slime, and it was dripping.
Sick.
It was like pieces of slime or something. I'm like, someone's gonna take one. They're going down.
You should have probably done it.
Oh,
my shoulder, my neck, and my back.
We're gonna be out of the country for 2 weeks so that Meredith can heal. Oh, gosh.
So talking about plastic bags.
Oh, yeah.
So
is that a Katy Perry song? Doesn't she talk about a plastic bag floating in the wind?
Floating like a plastic bag. Something.
Everyone tells me I have to get you to sing every week, so I'm trying. Do you ever feel like
a plastic bag? I do know that song.
Who told us we have to get bestie? She's like, I gotta get you to sing on every episode.
So anyways, speaking of plastic bags, my sister shows up to Thanksgiving.
Oh, gosh.
I'm in the garage having a smoke break.
This is such a sad story.
So she came in the front door, and I hear her just like, through the whole house. And I'm like, oh, my sister's here. Yay. She comes out to the garage, and she's holding this plastic bag, and she's like, these cheap-ass motherfucking bags. My bottle of wine just fell right through the bottom and broke all over your front porch. I'm like, well, did you clean it up?
That sucks.
I know. I was like, I'd go back to the store.
Tell everyone about the drink she was making.
Okay, so it's 1 cup of caramel vodka, a bottle of wine, and I think like 1 or 2 cups of apple cider.
Wow. Not heated, right? You don't heat it?
You just drink
What
it.
kind of wine? White, red?
Moscato. Yeah.
Okay, so
like
I have
caramel apple drink. I
think I might have all 3 except for I don't have the apple cider.
Yeah. You could probably do apple
But
juice.
it sounds like neither did she though, right?
No.
Did she forget?
This bitch. All right. I'm calling you out, sister. She comes to my house. It's the only thing I told her to bring. Actually, first I told her to bring Bloody Mary supplies. Ooh. And she was like, well, I need a list. I don't know how to make. I'm like, how do you not know how to make Bloody Marys? So then she's like, hey, remember this drink that I made before? Should I make that again? This caramel apple drink? And I was like, perfect.
Yes.
You know what you need. I don't have to send you a list.
Yeah.
So one thing I asked her to bring. Well, no, I asked her to bring like pop and water too.
Oh, okay.
Nothing she had to cook.
Yeah, right.
Because she doesn't do very good at that.
Yeah.
So,
but you need all kinds. You need people that will bring all the drinks. And for sure.
So, she first of all, she walks up and busts a fucking bottle of wine. So then I'm like, cool, no problem. We'll go run to the liquor store. Yeah. They're always open. They're open 365, So we go get another bottle of wine and whatever. Actually, I was like, grab 2 just in case, She's like army hold, like she's giving them CPR all the way back to the house. I'm not going to drop this wine. So then she starts making her drink and she's like, I'm like, what? She's like, I forgot the apple cider. I'm like, it has 3 ingredients.
Oh,
You broke one and forgot the other. Luckily, I had apple cider in my fridge because I love apple cider.
Do you? I was going to ask. So you told me the story yesterday, and I thought to myself, I never have apple cider in my fridge. We would have been in trouble, but you drink it.
I drink it.
Okay.
Yeah, I drink it a lot.
Do you use it as a mix, or you just drink it?
I just drink it.
Oh.
It was very expensive this year, too. I might say because like I was just randomly shopping, and I saw it, and I was like, ooh, apple cider, because it's fall.
Yeah.
So it's the time for apples. Freaking $8.99 for a gallon of it.
That is a lot.
I thought that was very expensive. I mean, I feel like in the past it was maybe at most $6.99 for a gallon, and it was like $8.99 for a full gallon or $6.99 for a half gallon. Absolutely not. And I think I ended up going to another store and found a whole gallon for $6.99, and I was like, fine,
Is there a certain brand that you like?
No,
or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And can you tell the difference between brands? I'm not a pro at this.
I don't think so.
It all is the same.
I feel like it's pretty much the same.
Oh, how do they make it?
It's just seriously just like pressed apples.
Oh,
it's not filtered. That's the difference between apple
That's why it's
juice
dark?
and apple cider.
It's a mix of a whole bunch of apples. And then is there cinnamon added or spices?
I don't think so.
You can do your own.
Yeah.
So you can use the mulling spices or cinnamon sticks.
Right.
And do you do cold or hot?
Cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to try it. Is there a lot of sugar in it?
Yes.
You can get it with less sugar? Oh, no, because it's apples. Apples have sugar, right?
Yeah. See, yeah, because apple juice is like filtered.
Okay.
And then apple cider is just like they squeeze an apple.
All right.
Like it's like juicing an apple.
Yes.
It looks like that's what it looks like when you juice an apple.
We used to have this beautiful juicer. And
I know. I can't find mine either.
Gosh.
I think my sister had sister. Where's my juicer?
It was big. It was beautiful. We bought it at one of those specialty places and probably spent way too much on it. But it was when they first came out.
Everybody was juicing.
Oh my gosh. And I cleaned it all and then brought it out again because I was really into health many, many years ago. The kids were little. And I was putting like celery in there, and I'm like, why is this not working real good? I was pushing it in there, and it was running, and it wasn't really juicing. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing stopped.
No.
And it burnt out. I forgot to put the blade in there.
Oh my God.
So I was like pushing the stuff just through the like motor. Oh, I was so sad. So sad that I have never bought another one.
You know what? I got a juicer from my sister-in-law. She gave it to me because I found out juicing beets could help you with your gallbladder health.
Oh, yes.
So I got it before I got my gallbladder.
I was going to say, you don't have one. So
I still got it taken out. Yeah. But yeah, I was doing apple, beets, celery, and I don't know, a couple other things.
I go to a salad place in the city with some coworkers when we're there for lunch, and almost every salad has beets in it.
I love
So
beets.
it's got to be healthy. I feel like it's like radishes or something.
Yeah.
So I am not a fan of beets, but whatever they do, I can eat them.
Are they
from
pickled?
This
do they taste kind of pickled?
No, I don't think anything's pickled at this place.
Pickled.
It's all organic and fresh, and you can see like, I can't think of what the place is called right now, but it's just
beets.
salad, and they just mix the salad for you.
Yeah.
Almost all of them have beets in it. I'm like, I don't know, but the last one I had, I was like, okay, that's really good.
Yeah. I could eat beets every day.
Wow.
I don't know why I don't eat more beets.
So not beets, but Brussels, I used to hate them.
I love
hate
Brussels
them, hate
sprouts.
them, hate until I learned how to cook them.
Yeah.
I do like half a stick of butter in the pan. Well, we have vegan butter, and then you just let them caramelize,
Right.
salt and pepper. Yum.
Perfect.
Yep. And I never used to eat them. I always used to think they tasted
Try
like
them in
dirt.
your air fryer.
Okay, yeah, we will. We will. We love our
Yeah.
air fryer.
Yes.
That
Try
thing
'em in
is
your air
on
fryer.
all the time
Yes.
at our house. All the time. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We use it.
I'm going to say it. When you buy pizza, which, we're from Illinois, so square pizza.
Illinois.
Square, thin crust cut.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza is our thing. It's not deep dish. Nobody in Chicago really eats deep dish. You're like a tourist if you come out here and eat deep dish. Nobody here really eats that. Anyways, pizza heated up in the air fryer the next day is almost better than when you first order it.
Oh, wow. Does it bring a little crisp to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Wow.
It's like if you have like a slice or just a couple squares, it's like 400 degrees for like 5 minutes. Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I make Beyond Burgers and like chicken patties and stuff. And there's a grill where it can go up to, I don't know, like $4.90 or something like that, $500.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Because you guys got a really cool air fryer.
It's my
got the
sister-in-law
Ninja,
bought
right?
it for us. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know what it was.
I didn't know
when we
how
first
cool
got it.
your air fryer was until I saw an infomercial for it the other day.
Oh.
I'm like, that's the one that Meredith has. That's an awesome air fryer.
It is. There is just anything you want to make in it, and we do.
Yeah.
We do. Hey, what did we make last night? Mint chocolate shake. Oh, for those that are in like
In your air fryer?
no, sorry. Left turn.
So confused. I thought you were gonna say mint chocolate chip cookies, and I was like, and then you're like shake, and I was like,
wait, that's cold.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Sorry, left turn. So I would just had like a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
But every time I go to like Culver's or McDonald's to just get like a little ice cream cone, I always get a stomachache. So I'm like, I'm making it at home.
Yeah.
You know? So it was Oreos, mint Oreos, chocolate, tiramisu ice cream or something like that. We use soy milk.
Yeah.
But you can use regular milk.
Yeah.
Couple peppermint, like peppermint extract, vanilla extract. And what else? I'm looking at Julia right now. And then coconut Cool Whip on top. It was really good, except for that I probably would have put a little more peppermint in there.
Get out.
Yeah, because it wasn't as minty and refreshing.
You know what?
It was
like,
so good.
It's hard for me to do like peppermint ice cream because it makes it so cold.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, like freezes your face, right?
It's like the peppermint's cold and then the ice cream's cold. I'm like, oh, my teeth are dying.
On TikTok, they have cats that eat cold. They get brain freezes.
God.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Those poor things.
And they're like,
oh, I think the ones that bother me are those that feed their babies like hot stuff.
Yeah.
Or like spices. I don't like that.
Well, you know, I mean, different cultures.
Yeah, they have to like get
spice,
them. Yeah, and if it's in all their recipes,
there's a lady
right?
I watch on TikTok.
I just feel bad.
She eats. Okay, you know, I don't know like what nationality she is, but she'll have this plate of food, and it's got like some rice with like some stewed meat and veggies. But then she's straight up eating just like raw red onions and raw chilies.
Ooh,
like she'll take a bite of the rice with the meat stew mixture. And then she'll eat that, swallow it, and then she'll just like into a raw onion. And I'm like, oh my God.
Wow. You know, I guess I do that because your dad, I'm looking at Julia again. Your dad buys that like Greek mix for me from a store, and it's got feta cheese, peppers.
It's like a salad.
Yeah, it's like a salad, and it's red onion that they're not cooked or anything, and I just eat it like with a fork. So I could see that.
I mean, I could see that
with like Italian seasoning on it.
Okay, like I could take a piece
Greek
of
seasoning. I guess because it's a Greek salad. It wouldn't be Italian.
I could take
seasoning.
a piece of feta cheese with a piece of red onion, and it had some dressing on it, and eat that.
Yes. But she's literally like chewing it like an apple.
Just biting into
I
a
don't
raw
think I
red
could do
onion.
that.
And then she's got these little skinny green chilies. You know those MFers are hot.
Oh, yes.
And she'll just like, crunch, you know, and it's like how, and she's just like, and I'm eating this onion, and this is my whatever, you know, and then she takes a big bite of that, and I'm like, how is your butthole not on fire every day? It probably is.
Mine would be, yeah.
But anyways, you know, they got to start them young on that shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I guess I just feel emotional for them when I see them like, what? You know, and I'm like, oh.
It's because we're white and we only use salt.
Yeah, what'd you say?
And mayonnaise.
Oh, she eats with her hands.
She does eat with her hands, yeah.
So there's no utensils or anything. Not even no chopsticks or anything, just with her hands.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
She just scoops into that shit and mixes it up and
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of people are like, what's up with her not using utensils? And they're like, you've never eaten a taco?
Yeah.
You don't use fucking utensils when you eat a taco? And I was like, why do you guys have to pick on her? Like,
yeah, right. Just shush.
If she wants to fucking eat with her hands, let her eat with her fucking hands.
Right.
Who cares? Does it hurt you? No.
Yeah. You're watching it.
Yeah. Scroll on
You're
past.
here. Yeah. You're here watching it and spending time commenting.
See, so that's the whole thing is if we don't like it, we just scroll past, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when that lady used the R word, we just like,
yeah,
just ignore her.
Yeah, I should have.
You don't condone that.
No.
You know, like.
Yep.
And like I said, Carmel,
no, I probably still would have said something. The more I think about it, I'm like, you know what? Next time, I'm just going to keep my cool. It's never going to happen again because we all get tested in our own ways. I just know it's not.
Yeah.
But if it does, I keep thinking that I would keep my cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I would.
No.
I have a mouth.
And you're sticking up for the people who can't stick up for themselves. Too.
Yes,
Not
exactly.
that your husband and Julia's boyfriend couldn't stick up for themselves.
But everyone else that comes under that word.
Right.
You know, I hate to bring this up again, but it really did bother me. You know, it just
it is very
it really did bother me. Like, who taught you to talk like that?
And just like the one person said on Facebook, they're just looking for attention.
Yes,
you know?
and you know what? It's true. And to leave them alone or else they win. And that's so true.
It's going to take one day somebody is going to punch their lights out and they're going to learn their lesson that maybe they shouldn't talk so much shit.
Yeah.
Especially when they're 4'0".
Yeah. I mean, not to make fun of her, but I truly was just like towering over her. I'm like, oh, you got a mouth, you know? I mean, you know, I'm kidding around about the threatening and punching her. You know, obviously I don't condone that at all.
Right.
So this is just for this part, but I would never hit anybody.
We're not violent people.
We're not violent people, so just want to say that. But yeah,
we're lovers.
We are
fighters.
We are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We like hugs.
Yes.
Okay, so I saw, I follow a lot of these retail pages.
Oh
right?
yeah.
I tag
man, some of them are
so
funny,
I
so
know.
relatable.
So a lot of times people ask, you know, I just started working at McDonald's or Taco Bell or something. What's a good non-slip shoe?
Yes.
Because my feet are freaking killing me at the end of the night. And I have where I get calf cramps. Oh my God. And they make me like jump out of bed like, ah! And Johnny will be like, ah! And I'm like, ah! It hurts. And it's happened to me since I was a kid.
Okay.
My mom used to yell at me and tell me to eat a banana.
Yeah.
Like, she would hear me because I would be like, ah! And she would be like, eat a fucking banana, you know? I mean, she wouldn't say the F word. My mom very rarely swears. But, you know,
like, why are you telling stories about me?
I would never say that to you.
Should be texting your ass right now. Hey, I don't swear.
But yeah, she'd be like, eat a banana, you know? And like, that's not what it is. And I am an avid water drinker. I have 2 bottles of water sitting here in front of me right now.
Yep.
And it definitely happens more like when I've been drinking because dehydration.
Right, well, yes.
But it doesn't matter. I could, you know, I could be literally relaxing all day.
Yeah.
Drinking water and go to bed and wake up in the middle of the night with a leg cramp. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I would say dehydration. And I was going to, I don't know, because I was just telling you that all night last night, my heels were hurting from running yesterday. And I took a Motrin this morning.
Yeah.
And I'm sweating today because I have a very, very high pain tolerance.
Yeah.
I think I'm in pain right now, but I can't feel it. So
What
I'm
the
sweating.
hell?
It's not like perimenopausal or whatever you call it.
I know. I'm like, maybe we're going through menopause.
I'm like, absolutely
at 29.
not happening. I was already told I wasn't from my doctor. So I'm sweating right now because I think my heels are in pain. And
but
it's
you can't
like
really feel them
because I took a Motrin. Yeah. But then 2 nights ago, I'm laying in bed and I kind of like turned the wrong way. And all of a sudden my big toe shot straight up and like cramped the bottom of my foot. I'm like, what is this? And I was like afraid to move. So I was like just sitting there. I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then it finally like kind of calmed down. I'm like, what is going on?
See,
I'm just going to blame being in retail.
Yeah.
I remember
always being on your
years
feet.
ago, I was on an interview for where we worked.
Oh
it was my
God.
second interview, and they said, I'm going to recommend really comfy, good shoes because there is nothing in between this floor. Like you see tile, underneath that is concrete.
You have 1/16 inch of a tile.
Yes.
And it's concrete.
So when I see people wearing those thin Vans or the real thin Nikes or anything like that, I'm just like, and it's usually younger, maybe newer into retail.
Yeah.
You know, I would say I see, and I just, oh my gosh, I want to tell them to get like more of a comfy. I remember I was visiting a store a couple years ago and the woman looked at my shoes and they're called Hoka 11s.
Yeah.
And they're what I run in.
Yeah.
And they are, some runners will understand, or some people that know shoes will understand. Like the ones I had on were a 5 millimeter. That means that they had 5 millimeters of cushion.
Yeah.
And it went from the heel to the toe. So it was like you're walking on clouds. Okay. And she noticed them right away. And she was wearing like the flat Keds, you know, and she was a little bit older than me. And she always, like every time I saw her, she would say, what are those shoes?
Right.
What are those shoes? What are those? So I finally told her, and you know, the next, like in a couple of weeks when I went to go see that store, she had a pair of black ones on that looked like work ones, but they were the Hokas.
Yeah.
Because they were so comfy.
I need to get some of those.
She said it made her back feel better, her legs feel better. She was talking about cramps that she wasn't getting anymore. She goes, I can't believe I was wearing the wrong shoe.
Yeah.
Or what's the one that nurses and doctors wear? What are those called?
Crocs.
Like those, or the other ones that are a little bit even bigger with the backs on them. They look like croc material, like clogs or
I know.
What are they called? What are they
clogs?
Called? Clogs? Am I saying that right? I think so.
I don't know.
I don't know
when
what
I think
they're
of clogs, I think of like wooden shoes.
Yeah, but that's what they kind of look like, but they're rubbery, you know? So
right.
they're supposed to be good for your back.
Yeah,
We'll have to get a nurse on here because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What are they? Or like Dr. Scholl's because they have a lot of cushion.
Well, when I was working like straight up retail, which I still do, but you know, I'm on my feet a lot. When I first started, Reebok. I loved Reebok.
Oh, okay.
But then they totally changed their freaking shoes, and I was so pissed.
I don't know that I've ever had a Reebok shoe.
They were like, I got fat feet. They always fit my width real well.
Oh.
They were like cool looking. They weren't totally just either black or white.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because I didn't have to wear non-slip because I didn't work in the food department.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then, so after they changed, I went to New Balance, which is kind of an old person shoe, but
So I
that's
was
what
just
I
going
wear
to say
now.
that's what
Yeah.
I had.
Yeah.
I had New Balance for a long time.
Yeah.
They were blue and black. I got away with them when I was in grocery.
Yeah.
Then when I had to go, not had to, but when I got to go over to bakery to work,
Yeah.
they told me I had to get non-slip and I had to order from their catalog, but nothing came in like wide width. And I am
Yes.
terrible at ordering from a catalog or online. I have to go try them on.
Right.
So they allowed me to go to Payless that used to be
Yeah.
by us and buy Skechers wide widths.
Yes.
They were perfect.
Yeah.
I wore those things out.
Yeah.
Like I wore them so much that they finally lost all their cushion.
Yeah.
But I never had any back problems.
And I could
or,
never wear Skechers. I don't know
yeah,
why.
I got very lucky with a couple pairs when I
Yeah.
worked there that year. They were very good.
I've tried on a lot of different pairs of Skechers. First of all, everybody was falling into that Go Walk fit. Remember they had a lawsuit?
I know. I don't
Because
remember. I
you
had a
didn't?
pair like that though. They
Really?
were like rocking,
Yes.
right?
Because they said it would like, I don't know what they claimed it would do for you, but they had like a civil lawsuit where if you bought a pair of Go Walk Fit between these years,
Really?
you had compensation.
Really? So they didn't really like
They didn't do what they said they were going to do.
because they were supposed to be like they are
Fitness
fitness
shoes.
shoe. Yeah,
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
you walked with them, you were building calf
Yeah,
muscles
yeah.
or something. I remember seeing that.
So I remember I was looking through when me and Johnny first got together. So this was eons ago, I was looking through this catalog and they had these super rocking shoes, like even more than the walk
Ooh.
fits. They were literally like a U.
Oh, wow.
Like you walk, and it was like crazy. And he's like, Johnny told me that his daughter talked him into buying her a pair as her school shoes for the year.
Oh my
And his ex-wife was so pissed. I'm laughing because this is the shit you can talk Johnny into. He's such a sweetheart.
I really want these, Dad. I really want them.
And he was like, okay, order them.
Yeah, right. Just whatever.
But those are your school shoes for the year. Mom said we should get school shoes while I'm with you this weekend.
Smart kid.
Oh, yeah, she's a brat.
Oh, gosh. Funny.
That's great.
Yeah, I do remember that. And so a lot of times when I see people back to like seeing the real flat shoes, I just want to tell them, please don't wear
Dude.
those. And I noticed that now this could be in any role or any job or whatever, but I
Yeah.
noticed that people in retail do have knee problems,
Oh,
back
yeah.
problems, feet problems.
You're standing on concrete all day. And
yeah,
people don't realize what that does to you.
I know.
If you don't work it, you have no idea. And they say, oh, well, we gave you these mats. They're called fatigue mats.
Yes, you still
They
have to have
don't
good shoes.
do shit.
Yeah.
Remember people would take like 4 or 5 of them?
Yes.
And I'd have to yell at them like that's a safety hazard because
First,
you
yeah,
can
'cause you could
on
trip
it,
over 'em, yeah.
or it could slip away from each other.
Yeah.
Like you cannot. And they'd be like, it kills me standing here. And I'm like, I'm sorry, get better shoes.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could,
Yeah. Yep. And also, so first of all, everyone look at your shoes right now. Okay.
Slippers.
Well, you have slippers and I
Oh.
have socks on. Julia is barefoot right now because we're comfy. But everyone, if you're working retail, look at your shoes.
Yeah.
If they're flat, if your pinky toe is sticking out and
Oh,
it's
God.
frayed,
Yeah.
it's time for new shoes.
Yeah.
If you've washed them a few times, if you take them off and they stink,
Yeah.
if you wear them without socks,
Ew, who
if
does
they're the
that?
brands that we talked about, they are very fashionable, but not for working retail. Like you
Yeah.
look super cute and super cool going to a concert in them.
Save them for that.
Save them for that. please,
Invest
in shoes because you're investing in yourself. And I'm telling you right now, those shoes last. If you're going to drop $50 to $100 on a pair of shoes, they will last you a year and a half, 2 years. They will. I know this because I run and have to buy, a couple pairs a year.
Right.
So my shoes are about $150 each, but I put on probably 700 miles on them. You know what I mean? So I know that, and I know working in retail.
You're not just walking around in them. You're like
I'm
pounding
on the ground, or it's trail running, or it's road running. So I'm pounding the ground. Why do we always turn stuff around?
You should have had them on when you were dealing with that girl. You could have pounded her face in with your, what are they called? What are those?
The hokas.
Hokas. I'm a hoka. You right in the face.
Oh, man. All right.
Okay, your face.
I got a surprise for you.
No, you don't. Stop it.
I love it.
I can't even imagine what this one is going to be about because
I know.
randomed.
So it's random.
This is so random.
So this is from Quizzes. It's QUIZIZZ.com. That's a lot to say, right? It's quizzes.com.
Okay.
And it's actually just a retail quiz.
Oh, God.
And it's kind of interesting because there were a couple that I read through and I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, it's like it, but, okay. So we're going to start. It's just, I think it's 15 questions.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
I think you're going to know all this.
Okay.
So it's all multiple choice.
Okay.
The sale of goods or services directly to the final consumer is retail, clearance, fire sale, partnership.
Retail.
Perfect. They get harder, don't worry.
Okay. I'm glad it's multiple choice.
So, store offering low prices on less fashionable brands, retail, discount store, department store, e-tail.
Discount store? I was going to be like out of season. That was not an option.
Okay, it's loading. Sorry about that. Okay. Store offering overproduced or irregular stock at discounted prices, boutique, factory outlet, convenience store, factory outlet store.
Factory outlet store.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Yeah.
It's showing me the answers now.
Oh.
Yeah, so we can tell you right away. So far, 100%.
Oh.
Small store offering limited products, quick service, and extended hours in a convenient location. Factory outlet store, factory outlet, boutique, convenience store.
Convenience store.
You got it. Large store offering a range of food, beverage, and household products. Product mix, showrooming, supermarket, multi-channel retailer. Large store offering a range of food, beverage, and household products.
Multi-channel?
Supermarket.
Oh.
I know. That's the one I was like, I had to think about that. I thought maybe it was a trick. Yep. A retail outlet that sells snack food items and are usually in conjunction with gasoline stations.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Convenience.
I won't even tell you the answers. You know that one. A store that separates various merchandise lines into different departments or sections. Variety, department, supercenter, junior department store.
Department?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sells its merchandise at low prices. They're able to sell their merchandise at lower prices because they buy goods in large volume. Discount department, outlet, warehouse and wholesale, off-price store. This one I couldn't get.
Outlet?
That's what I said. It's discount department store.
Damn it.
Yeah, that I didn't know.
I didn't even realize there were so many different names for a store.
I didn't either. That's why I thought this was very interesting.
Okay, it's either Bed Bath & Beyond or it's TJ Maxx. Are you paying full price or half price?
Don't
Is
they
it
usually
Marshall
have like
Fields or Marshall's?
Is it Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack? Okay.
Neiman Marcus or Neiman Marcus off Saks Fifth Avenue.
I didn't know that either. I looked this up. I'm like, what?
What the hell?
A retailer who sells something that is intangible or does not last very long.
Okay.
General merchandise, store-based, service, off-price.
I don't understand that question.
A retailer who sells something that is intangible or does not last very long. So definitely not general merchandise.
Okay.
Store-based. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Off-price would be...
A sale item?
Yeah, sale item. So service.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a service retailer who sells something that is intangible or does not last very long. So I guess if you think about it, like you go to the service counter for deli.
Okay.
Service counter for meat.
Okay.
Okay, that's a little bit weird.
Okay.
All right, quizzes.com.
You're beating us.
A tough one this week. So they offer a broad variety of merchandise at low prices and very little service. So a pure play, a discount store, off-price retailer, or a supercenter.
I'm going to say a discount store.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's retailing? All right, these are a little bit long.
Oh, God.
It's the activity involved in selling merchandise to consumers. It's the process of selling consumer goods or services to customers through multiple channels of distribution to earn a profit. It's selling goods to the public, or it's all of the above.
All of the above. Definitely all, because I'm like, yes.
That sounds right. That sounds right. Cold storage is convenience, hypermarket, supermarket, department store.
Cold storage.
Mm-hmm.
Supermarket?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yay.
Okay, true or false? A hypermarket sells a wider variety of goods compared to a supermarket. I didn't even realize there was a
hypermarket. Yeah, I don't know what a hypermarket is.
Yeah,
I'm going to say true.
It's true.
Okay.
Yeah, so a hypermarket sells a wider variety of goods compared to a supermarket. So I'm going to do some research and find out what a hypermarket
What the
is.
hell is a hypermarket?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's in other states. I'm not
Okay.
sure. Okay, we got two more.
Okay.
True or false? E-retailing is becoming more popular because more people have access to high-speed internet.
I'd say true.
Absolutely true. And who's one of our favorite e-retailers? She's sitting here with us, Claymore Jewelry.
I was like Amazon. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, Julia.
I mean, that too. Amazon, then Claymore Jewelry. Don't forget to use Clopin50 for 50% off. And she just dropped her prices for the end of the year.
Are you kidding me?
So she's getting some sales. Everyone's like, yep, they've been looking at it and now they can buy it and afford it. So yeah. So, but use Clopin50 because then you get 50% off of the prices she just dropped.
Stop it.
Crazy. All right, anyways.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Nice little plug there.
Yeah.
An example of non-store retailing. Specialty store, department store, convenience store, door-to-door. An example of non-store retailing.
I was going to say, yeah, door-to-door.
Yeah, because it's non-store. That's almost like a given.
Yeah.
You got 100%.
Really?
Nah, you got like 4 wrong.
I was going to say, I got some wrong. What are you talking about? I am not that
In
smart.
my heart, you're 100%.
Well,
at every quiz.
Of course I am. You know, I just stored all that knowledge away now. I put it in the, the filing cabinet for retail meetings.
And you know what's funny is if I go through those questions next week, I probably still wouldn't know because I'm the one reading them and looking at it. I don't have to think about what I'm saying because I'm reading it and seeing the answers right away. So I wonder how good I would do. So I'm going to talk about my hairstylist. I went and saw her. Yeah. And as soon as I walked in, the owner or one of the owners of the salon says, I listened to an episode. I was like, yay. And then she was like, you guys kind of swear a lot. I'm like,
tell her
it's
it was
not
just
me.
It's just me.
She
Sorry.
gave you a huge compliment. She just said you are, I don't know the exact words, but like witty and fun and funny. And she was laughing at it. So we were talking about some of the episodes. So hopefully they will.
Thank you.
Yeah, the salon will continue listening. So
yeah,
absolutely.
And we'd love to have you on.
That's what I told them. And
I bet you got some good stories. I can put my filter on for you if you would like. My F word filter.
Right? So yeah, it's so, I love when I hear people come up and they actually say, I listened to your episodes or I listened to your podcast or, oh my gosh.
I always get so surprised. Like my nephew told me his dad listens.
Oh.
And I was like, really?
That is so fun.
I'm like, I feel very good about that.
Yeah. And you know what's cool? And it's almost winning now next to Apple Podcasts, like to get our episodes every Friday, is Facebook. So I don't know what I did different, but I was kind of messing around with Facebook. It's been like a few weeks now. And it was, do you want to become a business or whatever? So I'm like, yeah, I'm clicking away. And all of a sudden now on Friday mornings, our episodes come live on Facebook. And that's now the second platform that people use to listen to us. I'm like,
you didn't even know how you did it.
I did not.
I don't know what I did,
because
I
think
put all
Christine,
of our episodes on.
Yeah,
Facebook.
Christine Ann, who looks through all our stuff or comments and stuff. She was like, "Is this new?" I'm like, "Must be."
Yes,
I was like, "Yeah, I totally planned that."
We call those happy accidents.
Yeah, that was it was absolutely one. I have no idea how I did it. So,
that's
and I don't
great.
even know if I have a login for that. I have to go back and take a look and see what else I can do.
Yeah.
Because if everyone's using Facebook platform or
Yes.
Instagram, and we do get a lot of comments on Facebook, so that must be where
Yes.
people are finding us.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought that was super
That's
cool.
perfect.
So we have Apple, and then we have Facebook, and then everybody else. So
And then Spotify, which is where I
yes,
listen.
yes, we do have Spotify as long as they
Yes.
behave themselves. Sometimes
Yeah.
they don't load right away.
I had to send them angry
You
mail
did. You did.
and pretend I was just a customer.
I know. They kept telling us that it was our host that was
Yeah.
not, and then you sent them, and it was like
It
within
went
a
up.
minute.
Yes. I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't listen to my favorite podcast. Had to turn a little Karen on them,
Oh man.
but I wasn't rude about it. You can be a Karen without being rude about it. It is possible.
All right, so we just did some research on break
On
because we want
hypermarket.
to know what a hypermarket is. So I found that a hypermarket is a retail store that combines a department store and a grocery supermarket, often a very large establishment. Hypermarkets offer a wide variety of products such as appliances, clothing, and groceries.
Yeah.
And what does yours say?
Mine says hypermarket retail store that combines department store and a grocery supermarket. Some of the most well-known hypermarkets include Walmart Supercenter, Fred Meyer Super Kmart.
Oh.
It also says hypermarket, hypermarket.
Oh my God, that scared me in my ears.
It says hold on, let me do it again.
That was so weird. I'm like, who's whispering to me? I got goosebumps on my left side. Because I was looking down at my phone. I just got creeped out. That was so funny. Do it one more time.
Hypermarket.
That sounds so weird in my ears.
But it says
That
it's
scared me.
a British noun. Very large store with a wide range of goods and a large parking lot, typically situated outside of a town.
Okay. And then I just found the term hypermarket is French. It says hypermarché. It was coined in 1968 by French trade expert Jacques Pictet. Pictet. So there we go. Everybody's learning stuff today.
Yeah.
Everybody's learning.
We got that droogle going on.
And we do. We do.
Hypermarket.
I just had to do it one more time while you
Oh my
weren't
God,
looking.
that was so crazy. Oh gosh.
That's
So
so funny.
real quick,
Yes.
our merch store.
Ooh.
We lowered some
that
prices.
Bonfire?
It is
Bonfire, right?
Bonfire.
Yeah.
We lowered our prices a little bit. We got some T-shirts that are under $20.
Good, because I want to
All right, they're
order more
$19.99. But there's new colors. There's some vibrant new colors on there. Yeah, so take a look. Take a look. I'll share it. I'll share the link again.
It's at bonfire.com, right?
Yeah,
Slash
so we'll
Clopen or
keep our
something like
prices
that.
a little. We're gonna follow what Claremore Jewelry did, and we're gonna keep our prices lower just to the end of the year, and then we're really gonna hike them up in January. So buy now.
Buy now. Save your dollars. You know, you want
yeah.
to buy everybody a Clopen shirt for Christmas.
And there's plenty of
How
time.
cool would that be?
Plenty of time. So yeah, super fun. Well, happy Friday, and thanks for listening, everyone.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Thanks for your input on my story from Black Friday. Really appreciate everyone that responded.
Yes.
Looking forward to more responses.
Jingle Bells. Is
Yep.
everybody listening to Jingle Bells right now?
Yes, I think it's all in
Or
the stores.
Mariah Carey, All I Want
Stop
for Christmas
it.
Is
I
You.
hate Mariah Carey.
All
I'm
I
sorry.
want for Christmas is you.
Oh, my ears are bleeding.
Love it. On my way over here, I turned on Christmas music. I will not change my station now until
Who
New
knows?
Year's.
I'm a Hallmark fan. I listen to or I watch all the movies. So, well, I should say I watch the ones where I guess it's the love ones, the romance ones.
Oh, you mean you watch one where the CEO leaves the big city, comes back
Yeah.
to her hometown and saves the small business and falls in love. Oh,
yes, and
all
then
of
stays.
those ones.
But then there's always like that quick 5 minutes where is she leaving? Is she staying? Is she leaving? Is she staying? And then like someone always
She's
overhears.
like, I don't know. I do have a fiance in New York City.
And why is someone always dead in these movies?
Why? Oh,
It's always
like the grandma or the
mom
parents.
or it's so sad.
I lost my brother in a skiing accident, and I can't go back to the ski lodge that my whole family owns, and it's worth millions, and we're going to sell it for nothing if I don't go save it.
So I pretty much watch all these movies for the Christmas decorations and the outfits that they're wearing.
Because your house looks just like a Hallmark movie.
Oh my gosh, that's what Steve says.
It does.
But I do. That's why I watch it. I mean,
got, like,
the
12
movies are all
fucking
the
trees
same.
in your house.
I have many. I have many. Although I was watching TikTok, and those people that decorate trees, I got to step it up next year. They put ribbons and my gosh, like it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then like shit that's hanging from the top
Yes.
and like comes out of the. I have those silver.
Yes.
We were
Curly
commenting,
Q kind of
but I
things,
saw
yeah.
someone that had like feathers coming out and
Stop
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm just not that fancy. I was just telling Julia, my tree consists of homemade ornaments, our Hallmark ornaments, the random colored balls that I've picked up over the years, some of my great grandma's vintage ornaments.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's just a mishmash, and that's it.
And Diesel leaves the tree alone.
Yeah, it's upstairs, so he
doesn't
don't
go
mess
up
with
there.
it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think dogs usually mess with a tree.
It's cats. Okay.
Yeah,
Or
I don't-
ferrets. I heard ferrets do. A lot of people have
yeah.
ferrets, right?
I don't
Or
have any
hairless
cats.
rats or
Oh God. That reminds me, my stepdaughter just showed me a picture today. She got a hairless rat. It's actually called a werewolf rat. And every month or whatever, its hair falls out and grows back in a different pattern.
Weird.
So it's
so that's where it
half
gets the
hairless and it looks like a nutsack.
So do you always have to vacuum? Because that would it's just hair just falls
Well,
out
I'm sure
everywhere.
she has to vacuum all the time. She's got a bunch
yeah.
of rats.
Yeah. She's got a bunch of rats too.
She's got a bunch of rats.
Oh, interesting.
That's-
Wow,
It's the type of rat is a werewolf rat.
And she's got a whole bunch of them.
She's got all different kinds of rats.
No kidding.
She was showing me pictures today, and I was like, huh.
Wow.
Huh. I was like, you keep those rats at your house.
Oh, I just never thought to have one as a pet.
No,
we have fish.
She says they're fun.
Yeah, we've had fish. I grew up with dogs. Never grew up with cats. Never had anything else but fish.
We've always had pets. We've had ferrets. We've had cats, dogs, fish, rats, snakes. Iguanas.
Huh.
All sorts of shit.
Gosh, I would just
Yeah.
feel bad that I wouldn't put the right light on for the heat for the iguana
Yeah.
and I'd come home to bacon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
Well,
I'm just not very
it'd
good
be-
at any of that
It'd be better
stuff.
to have its cage a little too warm where it could go somewhere and get away from the warmth than not warm enough. And
Oh, that's true.
it
that's
goes
true.
into hypothermia.
Well, and on
Yeah.
Snapchat, I see so many people in their different
Oh, yeah.
cages or whatever they have
Yeah,
around the house. I'm like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm totally for it.
Yeah.
I don't do it here because
Do you
I'm
see the
not
TikTok
good at
lady
it.
that has the jumping spiders?
Yes.
Oh my God, they're so cute.
I just got goosebumps again. Yeah. Yeah. I thought we were done with spooky season. We're on to the holidays
Dude,
now.
the jumping spiders are so cute.
Speaking of, another left turn. Is it happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, have a good day, kiss my ass? What is it when you're at the register?
I would usually say happy holidays.
Me too.
Because you never know what people celebrate.
What did you hear? I heard a lot of happy Thanksgiving. So many people celebrate Thanksgiving,
yeah, that's
right?
an American holiday, and if you're going to be in America, then you're going to
eat some turkey.
Yeah.
I did hear that a lot.
I shouldn't say America because
No.
America is a continent,
Right. But I
it's
did
a
hear that a
United
lot
States-
around here.
Yeah, it's a United States, holiday.
Okay, so I did hear that. But I think
I hear people complaining well, I don't celebrate because I'm a different nationality. Well, you're in the United States.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was in China for Chinese New Year, I wouldn't complain about things not being open because it was Chinese New Year. I would celebrate Chinese New Year because that's where I was.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, you don't have to eat turkey.
Oh, that's right.
Just make a meal, be with family, be thankful for what you have.
Right.
Right?
Enjoy the day off if you have
Isn't
it.
that what Thanksgiving is about?
Yeah.
And then you go out the next day and trample everybody for
Yeah, and call them R words
55-inch
yeah.
TVs
Oh my gosh.
and $10 mascara.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a good weekend, everyone. Have a good Friday.
Oh.
Go spend some money at our merch store.
All right. Bye, guys. Happy Friday. Thank you.
Bye. This podcast is brought to you by Nametag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. Drums, written and performed by my son, Steven. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.